When the moon hits your eye like the big pizza pie, you're a moron. I'm a moron. When the moon seems to shine like you've had too much wine, you're on drugs. Oh, welcome everybody, and to this very interesting video about our little holiday in Rome in August 2022. And there is Dawn at the airport waiting to go, and me being a moron on the aeroplane as I sang, and of course I am. And there is Dawn pretending to laugh at me being a moron, but really thinking, what an embarrassment, why is he here? And this is a derelict part of Rome. There's lots of derelict parts of Rome, and this is one of them. More derelict parts of Rome. This bit, right, 2,000 years ago, right, it was built, fallen to bits. What have they done? Have they fixed it? Done nothing. More derelict parts of Rome. They're everywhere. I mean, it's shocking. Look, there's this big arena thing, right? Yeah, I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, it's a colossus, right? They could fix it. And that is just a view through some pillars, houses and types of things. There is Dawn looking very happy because we're about to go to the restaurant and eat, and she always like that. And this is us in the lift taking photographs of ourselves because we could really. There's lots of looking up. Rome involves lots of looking up, and this is part of that looking up. And there is actually Dawn doing exactly that, looking up as we speak, and looking up at a tree. Well, maybe she wasn't, but there's a tree to look up at anyway with the sun behind it. There, Vaticano, El Papa, yeah, that's the Vatican bit there, and Dawn ready to eat again in a restaurant after she's been to the Vatican, of course. And there's El Papa, yes, Papa Francesco, who came to see us, greeting some dignitaries. We greeted him later, but there's no photo of that. Yes, mate, and that's where he lives. Yeah, that's the Pope's house, and that is me in the restaurant thinking, where's my food? It wasn't after I ate, it was before, by that expression. And here is another house, Italian houses. Here is a black and white picture of a castle in Rome. It's a big castle and it's a black and white castle. That's why there's a black and white picture of it. It's very famous. There are prisons and things in there. It's got a tunnel to the Vatican, and there are lots of these angelic type things, statues, so we took a few of those. Bridge over the Tiber. Yep, Tiber there, that's the river. And more Vatican, yeah, that's where the Pope lives, and all Catholic and holy things happen. We went to Mass there. And there's another picture of a bridge over a Tiber. It looks very similar to the last one, probably because it is. And of course, Dawn in the Colosseum, smiling and thinking, court, show us some gladiators. That's why she was in a good mood there. And there are some gladiators. That's me looking, thinking, oh, blimey, I'm glad I wasn't a gladiator. I'm being a bit of Colossus myself, dare I say. Yeah, that's the inside of it, where they went down, and that's the outside of it, I presume. More derelict parts of Rome, anyway. Yeah, an archway. There's lots of the Romans loved building arches, and they built these arches, and there's some and columns. Arches and columns. This building's actually quite good. It's got the original door, bronze door, 2,000 years old. Mine fell apart in a year. Another pillar. Yeah, there you go. Probably an ancient one of many years. And there is Dawn at the Vatican, smiling at me, going, "Court, this is a great holiday. Thanks, Raf." And looking up again, because looking up is what you do in Rome, and you do lots of it. And there's us together, and Dawn over my shoulder saying, "I want to bomb your photo." So she did, while I was busy looking at an archway underneath the arches. There's Dawn in the Colosseum again. That's not the same photo. I don't think it is anyway. No, she's got a different hat on. And more archways, and it's not the same photo because there are lots of archways, so lots of opportunity to take photos of archways. And there's Dawn in front of that Colossus big arena type thing that they haven't fixed again. I mean, if they put a decent floor on that, they could play some games there, you know, whatever, but anyway, they haven't. And there's Dawn looking, contemplating gladiators again, thinking, cool. And me going, I'd rather not be a gladiator, and going sort of, phew, good job, I'm not a gladiator. Yeah, one of them. And there's Dawn laughing at my jokes because they're really funny. Oh, that's a Rome skyline with bits of Rome in black and white and a palm tree. That's the Spanish Steps. From the top of them, I climbed all the way up to them. I was so knackered, I took a black and white photograph. And this is, I think it's more Tiber. Oh, that's the Vatican in the background. There we go. Another angelic thing. There's loads of them with loads of wings flying around. Well, actually, they're made of stone, so they don't fly anywhere. And more of a Romey type skyline. I think this is from the Spanish Steps again. More Roman type houses. We looked at the prices of these flats, 800 to €1,000,000, so we didn't buy one. And there's the Vatican from far away. I don't know what that is. It's a house, a very nice house, but it's not ours, and I don't know why I took a photograph of it. And the Holy Church, where he went to the Holy Mass with the sun going over. It looks very holy. More street scenes with tops of, I thought they were heads, now they look like hedges. Oh, I know where this is. This is at the bottom of the Spanish Steps again. It was very nice. I can't remember why I took a photograph of it, but I did. But there's Dornio at the bottom of the Spanish Steps saying, let's climb up them, and me saying, let's not, but we did anyway, because I had to do as I'm told. And that's Dawn drinking, after Dawn did a lot of drinking. And here is a picture of her doing precisely that. Ah, this is the Botanical Gardens. We went there. It was well hot. It was 37 degrees. And we went there just to get in the shade. And there is Dawn walking down a path in the Botanical Gardens, being very, very hot. And there is a picture of a plant while I sat on a bench thinking, it's hot, why don't I take a picture of a plant? There is Dawn taking a picture of a fountainy type thing, some sort of water gushing thing. And there's the photo. It's not the one she took because I did a better one, so I put my one on. And more derelict parts of, I mean, it's fallen to bits. I mean, the whole city, look at it. Look, they could do something with that. They could pay, oh, there's Dawn looking at it and going, isn't it hot and derelict? And they could do what Birmingham did and rebuild the whole thing in like the Bull Ring and make it good. But would they? No. More bits. Oh, inside, you know, I mean, the decorators go bonkers. I mean, look at this. You know, that's what happens when you pay people by the hour. There's Dawn laughing at my jokes again because they're really funny. And this is the outside of something. I'm not sure what, but it's the outside of it. Medieval, that's it. There's Dawn sitting on a bench pretending to read something. And that's the gates to the Botanical Gardens. And they're very botanical and they're gardening. Oh, Dawn inside the Vatican after we'd gone for a good holy pray. Because we need it, and that's water outside. They've got a hose pipe ban here. That water just leaks all the time at 37 degrees. We could learn a few things from the Italians. The Pope's house, again, Papa Francesco. Oh, that's the lobby of our hotel. Well posh, really like that. So that's where we stayed, and it's just outside the Vatican, and there's some statues of things on top of the Vatican, and that's the Holy Mass when we went to Mass at 7 o'clock every morning. And that's the little priest saying it, and he was very nice. Well, I think he was because he spoke in Italian, but so I didn't understand a word of it. But he sounded very nice. He wasn't shouting or anything, so I assume he's nice. These are more photos of Vatican-y type things in the Vatican. Oh, and there's another street photo. I must have fallen over and taken a photograph or something after too much wine. This is the Pantheon. This is 2,000 years old, and it used to be a temple, and now it's a church. But that isn't. This is the inside of something else, probably in the Vatican Museum, but I can't remember. And oh yeah, look, more old stuff. Yeah, derelict stuff. Yeah, they could build something. Oh, Sistine Chapel. There you go. It's upside down. Didn't know that. I went in. I looked up. It's upside down. And these are 1930s Art Deco-y type stairs to the Vatican Museum. And this is some posh painting. I think this is by a geezer called. He was named after me actually, Raphael. Yeah. This is the Vatican Museum. And his mum had the foresight to name him after me 500 years before I was born, so that's pretty impressive. More of his stuff. That's a bust of Augustus, who was a Caesar, and not a very nice one, but then which of them were. More of Raffaello's paintings. This Raffaello is quite good. Now, this is modern art in the Vatican Museum. It's called Sphere Within a Sphere by a guy called Mr. Tomato. And that is Mr. Sobieski. Yes, King Sobieski, who saved Europe from the Turks. And that's his view from the Vatican Museum of Rome. Very nice view. More stuff by Raphael. I thought he was great. I mean, I love his paintings because I thought, hey, decent name can do it. And this is some of my art, right? This photograph. Oh, these are art because they're black and white, so they have to be art. And it's more derelict parts of Rome. A few there, yeah, bits of falling down things and trees. And they call those trees, those flat trees, they call them, I learned this, they call them a broccoli pine in Rome. They told me that because I spoke to them. Allora, this is the Circus Maximus, where they went round in chariots and also killed an awful lot of Christians. So we sort of dodged that bit because they thought, well, I might have another go at Christians. That's the Colosseum again. That is the top of the this posh government building that was built by King Umberto the Umbert, and that's that run down football stadium again. More of the derelict parts. I mean, come on, get on with it. I went there in 1979 and they still haven't. They're just as bad then. This is Dawn at the bottom of the Spanish Steps, smiling at me, saying we're climbing up them again. I'm not one of my favourite moments. And this is a really old church. 2,000 years old, and it says so outside that it's a basilica, so it must be. More arty photographs of the Colosseum, and just, I don't know, I think I took this from the top of a bus. I have no idea why. It was something to do. This is a government building that Mussolini used to stand. Oh, that's the front of it. And in World War II, the US soldiers used to call it the wedding cake. And this is a Castle Castello de something or other, not far from the Vatican, where they used to keep prisoners, famous prisoners. They told me which ones, but I'd never heard of any of them. And this is the Vatican. That's Dawn in the right-hand corner there, walking along with her backpack on her back. And this is the Castello. There's Dawn dancing and walking. You can just see her at the bottom walking down. Yeah, she was an embarrassment, so I backed off and took a photograph. Romany type things. This is Circus Maximus again with ruins in the background and a tree in the foreground. More of Circus Maximus, where many tens of thousands of Christians were killed and other people, and beasts and things. It was all very unpleasant, and chariot racing and stuff. And that's the other end of it. Again, I said we didn't go right in the middle of it because being Christian and stuff, I didn't want to be killed. And that's the lot. That's your lot. We've finished. So I hope that was appropriately boring, and it's time for me to go away now. Goodbye. When the moon hits your eye like the big pizza pie, you're a moron. I'm a moron.